Hello, everyone. I'm introducing you the new version of the Atlas of Anatomy and Physiology of the Internal Fascia on behalf of Luigi Stecco. After the Italian version, the Atlas is now available also in the English one. This Atlas is the result of Luigi Stecco's studies and clinical knowledge with the collaboration of his children, Carla and Antonio. Luigi Stecco's clinical practice has triggered the need to answer to different questions that cannot be resolved in a single text nor exhaustive in multiple. So, what's new? Behind the fascial manipulation, this atlas is not specific to a profession because it's not practical. The atlas is aimed at a multidisciplinary audience of doctors, veterinarians, acupuncturists, physiotherapists, osteopaths, and so on. And it offers a broader and different perspective for the interpretation of internal fascia and autonomous system. The atlas has 455 pages with 242 photos of anatomical dissection and numerous drawings. Behind the precise anatomical description, also present in various pieces of literature such as the Chirurgy and the Testi, the atlas presents a single compendium on the physiological role of the internal fascia and the autonomic system to understand the importance of their presence, or moreover, on the contrary, the effect of their eventual impairment for the correct functioning of the body. In recent years, the implication of the different fascia in various musculoskeletal pathologies has been demonstrated. And in particular, in the last 18 years, the articles concerning the muscular fascia, also called deep fascia, have grown by 600%. But the literature is still poor in data regarding knowledge of the internal fascia, considering visceral, vascular, glandular, in terms of anatomical and functional description. As a myofascial unit of the musculoskeletal system, this atlas defines the organ-fascial unit. And here we report an example for the neck. Once again, we emphasize that this atlas aims to systematically connect the dots between the anatomical structures already presented in the literature, such as in this image from the Chirurgy, as stand-alone, thus offering readers an interpretation for their relationship, connection, and influence on common functions, where the fascia acts not only with a containing role, but concurring in more complex functions, such as sensitivity to mechanical stress, peristalsis, and so on. So we report here some images extracted from the book, and specifically the comparison between the visceral sheath with the trachea and esophagus of a pig and a human donor. The visceral anatomy is similar. In both animals and humans, we could find the trachea and esophagus wrapped in the same fascia to respond to common functional needs. Meanwhile, from the point of view of musculoskeletal anatomy, further differences emerged due to different locomotor functions, quadruped and biped. And here we report some images taken from the book, and specifically the comparison between the mesentery of the intestine of a rabbit and that of a human donor. The visceral anatomy is similar, as in both animals and humans. We could find the mesentery attached posteriorly to the vertebral column. And the differences are linked to different eating habits, vegetarians versus omnivore, as example. So again, these slides highlight the relationship, the synergy between the apparatus that's defining what we call the apparatus fascial sequence. We report an example of an apparatus fascial sequence that is discussed in the book in relation to the common origin from the same embryonic layer. So from the single system to the interaction between the internal and external systems. Here too, we report some images taken from the book, and specifically the comparison between the paravertebral ganglia of a pig and that of a human donor. From these photos, the paravertebral ganglia are similar in both animals and humans, and are keys for peripheral thermoregulation. So we presented how to pass from the single organ to the organal fascia unit, and from the single apparatus to the fascia apparatus sequence, and from the single system to the interaction between the internal and external systems. Thank you very much, and here we report the direct link. Thank you again.